Just got some onions planted up here and some there. I'll just fill the rest of this one up with something else. Still waiting for a lot of stuff to come through. Not much is coming out the ground apart from the stuff that was transplanted rather than actually germinating directly from the soil, like the carrots, the parsnips, swede, and some other stuff that I can't think of. They're still under surface right now. I think the parsnips, there's like one seedling coming up, but got the chickens down here keeping an eye on things, or themselves actually destroying everything, so I have to keep an eye on them really. But yeah, they're just having fun, going about and pecking the ground, foraging. But yeah, things are coming together. The area is completely cleared. I just started recording a clip a second ago and I just fell down here, nearly died, but it's okay because this area is complete. So much digging, a ridiculous amount, but I prevailed through, leaving this nice pile of soil that we can use elsewhere, as well as coming back on top of here. Got another big pile starting up here. As you saw before, I cleared out the area that was here and a bit down the back there, and now I've started getting out all the brambles coming down here, which down here is fine because it's actually just a plastic layer with a bunch of soil on top of it, so it's really easy to pull out the brambles. But obviously here on back it's just straight into the soil, so it's a bit of a pain. But yeah, I've got through a decent amount. I've got this path that I done last time. I took a bit more out of this bit today actually from here, so that bit's sort of lessened. But yeah, this is literally the last sort of bit of proper clearing that needs to be done in the whole garden. Like, there's little bits of clearing that can be done elsewhere, but it's not to the same level as this bit, because really I haven't done much clearing out apart from when I've done the bit at the back of the garden near the potato patches. That was like the last sort of big bit of clearing that I've done for ages. Since the first 6 or 7 months were purely just clearing stuff out, but that bit at the back there, all the way along the back there, is the last thing that done with sort of like work. So it feels good to clear out an area again. I quite like clearing out big bits of area that are covered up by stuff, and then you go, oh, look at all that space we've got hidden. So yeah, more work to be done. And oh yeah, we've got another, didn't even really notice that, compost bin there, another one. Both of our water butts are filled up. Probably just get another one as well. The fucking chickens just jumped up onto my foot. Go on, Sam. Which one is this? Is this Ruby right now? Are you mad, Ruby? I should smack you in the head for this, you know. I mean Rosie, sorry, I meant to say. Wait, is it you? Again locked out. Too early. The potato patch is coming together. This one's just missing one. If that just happens to be the case, then it doesn't really matter too much. And then this one here, I think, has got every single one coming. Just a few of them are really small, you can't really see it. And this one's missing quite a few. But give it time, I reckon 90% of them will be there. So the potato patch is coming in strong. Let's do a little update now, I guess. Here we have some carrots growing. The carrots and the parsnips took really long to sprout. So we were even worried, like, are these even going to come? But they did eventually. I think it was like 3 weeks, but maybe that's normal. I don't know. Maybe it was even longer than 3 weeks, but the parsnips took even longer. The potatoes we've put in the raised beds just to see how they grow compared to out on the ground, because we planted them at the exact same time, and it seems that the ones in the ground are better, which I kind of assumed would be the case, even though you would think at the same time that they would grow better in their raised bed because all the soil and compost is like nicely mixed. You've got like more loose soil for the roots to grow, but I guess the potatoes have always been grown in harder ground. But let's move down the garden. Obviously we've got the garlic up there as well that we just saw. Right here, more carrots, broad beans, onions, more onions, and at the other end, courgette. So I should go back over here, because I did forget, yeah, so we got garlic down there. We're going to have some tomatoes inside greenhouse. We've got a bunch of them. There's some actually here. I think we've got even more downstairs. We're just going to pick the best ones, stick some here, put some somewhere else. And then, yeah, the garlic here. This side is just normal garlic that we had sprouting from quite a while ago. The elephant garlic we got not too long ago. They were just in like these sort of size pots down here. Well, actually kind of smaller than that. And then I just planted them up maybe like a couple of weeks ago. So I might be able to fit something else at the end there. Maybe if we can get some more garlic possibly, but it might be a bit late to be honest. But anyway, let's move down to the last part. So we've got the potatoes there like we just seen. We've got these down here, the onions, the broad beans, the carrots. Coming down into that stonesmanship, if that's even a word. Fucking hell. And then here we've got courgette. These are swede. We've just got a whole bunch of them. Obviously we'll just thin them out. Here's the parsnips finally coming. I thought they weren't going to. And more carrots. And strawberries from last year. Onions from last year. And these are all empty still. And that last one. So I think I'm going to do like another strawberry. And then just start doubling up on stuff. Or if we have anything else that we want to add, then we can do that. Okay, I've got my plan sorted out for down here of how I want everything to be split up. I was originally going to have paths going down either side here and here, but then I'll just lose space, so I thought I'd just have two down the centre. Well, not down the centre, but like I'll have a whole patch here between these two rocks going the whole way down obviously, and then there'll be a path that wide between these two down there, and then another big patch in between here again all the way down, and then that path there to come down here. So there's a path there, there's a path there, so there's a path to access that one, and you can access this one from this side. So the middle one gets access from both sides, and then another patch at the very end. But the thing is, you can still access them from this side, so it doesn't really matter, because I don't want to waste too much space just on putting pavement down really. So yeah, I'm going to start sort of just digging the soil up slightly, add a bunch of topsoil, and put some compost down, and then probably layer it up a bit, and yeah, just go from there.
Hi, yes, so we've got the larger raised beds here next to the house. We planted these seeds probably about 3 to 4 weeks ago. They're just little seedlings now, so just...
Well, I haven't personally done anything on these, I'd say, but go on.
He's done nothing.
Yeah.
And we split them into salad lettuce, romaine lettuce, and mixed lettuce over here on the end. So we're just at the stage now where they need to be thinned out. We've got too many, so weed out all the little tiny ones, chuck those away, and we're just splitting these out into another raised bed that we have over here. Obviously, we're probably going to end up with way too many that we need, but give them a good fighting chance. We can pick out the best ones. We've also got over here to the right, we've got just some old boxes I rescued from the dump, and we've got here, had a bit of slight accident with these slug pellets, as you can see. The lid came off when I was shaking them. Unfortunately, we have had to resort to slug pellets because they're everything one evening. Radishes here,
Slugs.
Another box here. We've got beetroot growing here, although I have seen a rogue radish in the middle of it. I've got basil, just at the
Basil,
top
yeah.
here. We've got coriander.
We got 2 basils in the family now.
We've got coriander here. We've got parsley here.
Parsley.
Up here, just growing, which are the seeds we planted probably about 6 weeks ago. We've got sweet corn over here. We've got various different types of tomato, cherry tomato, Roma tomato, courgettes over the back there. Got broad beans here,
Here.
which are ready to go into a planter.
Yeah.
And we've got coming out of the beds there. We've got a mixture of...
Yeah, I've gone over that the other day. That stuff.
Here, sweet.
Yeah, I'm saying I've gone over that.
and
I went over that yesterday. But yeah, now there's just got all this stuff out here as well. Is the root vegetables and the main stuff we've got going on. It's just like the rabbit food and that. So if we had some rabbits, this food would actually be perfect to give it to. But you know.
We'll have some, get some for Nick, because we know.
Yeah, this is basically scraps for the chickens. Ruby up on the top ropes. Everyone, what the fuck is she doing? Huh?
Okay, we've got the first section done in this big bit down here. First I just dug up the soil just to make it loose on the bottom. Then I added a layer from there across the top of it just to like bulk it up a bit before it hits more of the clayey sort of medium. And then on top of that I just put a load of compost, and now I'm just going to put another thin layer of soil just to act as a sort of like a crust to stop the sun from hitting directly onto the compost, so it'll keep it nice and moist underneath that layer of soil. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll put a path in this gap here where you can see obviously the yellow tape, and then the tape measure that broke the other day, so it kind of came in handy for this moment. And then yeah, I'll just put a path coming down here, and then we'll do another one of these sections from there to there, and again another path coming down here, and then finally one more section down that end. I just caught an egg on camera. Hey.